2015 is almost over, which is absolutely crazy. It wasn't the best year. It wasn't the worst year. It was just a year, you know? I feel like so many wonderful, amazing things happened for me in 2014. I went to Nashville and performed at the Bluebird Cafe, and my family did a ton of traveling. We flew down to Las Vegas and took a road trip to LA, and we went to Disney World and San Diego and the Grand Canyon, and I made so many wonderful friends my final chapter of my grade 9 year. And then starting grade 10, I had this group of amazing friends, and that summer in between was amazing. I got a scholarship into a musical theater program where I got the lead role, and I performed in my first big musical with my high school, and just so many wonderful, exciting things happened in 2014. So I thought for 2015, it could only get better. I feel like for 2015, I had my hopes set really high. Not much happened this year. When I look back to 2014, I can pick specific events and know that those were amazing things that happened to me. And this year, looking back, I couldn't really do that as much. So I sat down and I made myself do a reflection. As I actually sat down and wrote out all the things that happened to me, all of the good things that happened to me, I found there was a lot more than I'd realized, and today I would like to share some of that with you. One of the first things that comes to mind when I think of something amazing that happened this year is I got to see both Taylor Swift and Shania Twain live in concert. For me, that was such a huge deal. I've seen Taylor Swift 2 times already, but this was completely different because this was her first pop tour as an official pop artist. I was really worried I wasn't going to like it. Also, I had spent a lot of money on those tickets. Not really by choice, but the tickets ended up being ridiculously expensive, and it was my own money, and I really didn't have a lot of money, so it was frustrating because I was like, I spent a lot of money on these tickets, I have to have a good time. I can officially tell you that it was worth every cent. That concert was just amazing. It blew me away. And then Shania Twain. What? I have loved Shania Twain since I was probably 4 or 5 years old. It's been over 10 years I've been listening to her music. She was the first singer I ever truly loved, the first person I called my favorite singer. It was a dream come true. I cried so hard when she came out on stage, and the whole concert, I guess, my cheeks were streaked black from my mascara, and I didn't know until the lights came up at the end of the concert, and I turned to my mom and we were like, oh my gosh, my face. I can't believe I got to see both of my favorite singers, both of these incredibly strong, powerful women who inspire me in the same year. That was just amazing. This year, I also started focusing a lot more on my own YouTube channel. My focus had always been on mine and Miranda's book channel, and my focus is still definitely there, but I started working more with this channel and taking advantage of having my own channel. Because for me, this channel had always been kind of just a side project, kind of a thing for fun to just post videos whenever, and it still is. But I never dreamed that I would have 70 subscribers by the end of this year. I think 30 was like my goal. I was like, wow, if this channel gets 30 subscribers, that's a big deal. And I'm at 70. I literally just post videos about my life whenever I feel like it, and I occasionally post music things, and it just makes me so happy that people have subscribed, even though I know pretty much all the people who have subscribed are my friends or family. That still means a lot to me, because originally I thought, oh, my friends are only subscribing to like support me, to get me subscribers, but my friends actually watch my videos. I was so surprised. Like a few weeks ago, I was getting together with some friends and I hadn't posted one of my Vlogmas videos. My friend came up to me and was like, where is it? I'm waiting for your video. I love watching your videos. And I was just shocked. I couldn't believe my friend actually dedicated like 20 minutes of her time to watch these ridiculously long vlogs. That just meant so much to me. I also decided to do Vlogmas this year, which was a big deal for me because last year I started vlogging a little bit, but this year I really got into it and really started making like big vlogs. And Vlogmas has been a crazy experience because I've been vlogging every day, and I actually think that's a really cool thing to look back on. I know years from now, when I'm no longer in high school, I can look back at what things were like when I was in high school and what was I doing at school. I also have done a lot of collaboratory, that's not a word. I've done a lot of collaborations recently with my December duets, which has just been so much fun working with other people. And I haven't done that many, but the few that I did do was just amazing because I actually have some crazy talented friends and classmates, and getting to work with them has been so cool. This year I also turned 16, the big 16, sweet 16. I am 16. How did that happen? I had an amazing birthday. Sarah Destin tweeted me happy birthday for the 3rd year in a row. Pretty big deal. I had an awesome Sweet 16 party with all of my friends. I actually wrote a murder mystery, and it was like a Disney princess based theme, which was so much fun for me because it was kind of funny. Turning 16, it's supposed to be like mature and responsible, and here I am dressed up as a princess, a Disney princess on my birthday. I loved it, and my friends got so into it, and it was just so much fun. And with turning 16 came getting my driver's license. I have my L. I drove a car for the first time, and it was scary and weird and crazy, and I've only done it once because I haven't had time and there have been complications with our car since then. But I drove a car. I actually drove a car. It just blows my mind. Along with that, I faced some other fears this summer, like I went on a mini hike through the forest with my friends. If you know me, you know that I'm scared of the forest. I'm not even scared of the forest. The forest is absolutely beautiful. I'm scared of what's in the forest. We have a lot of things like bears and coyotes and the occasional cougar, so then I went on a hike with my friends and we hiked up to a waterfall, and it was so beautiful, and that was such a good day. And then we went camping later in August for my friend Kirsten's birthday, which was also terrifying and amazing. We went stargazing late at night, and never before in my life have I seen so many stars. We jumped off the dock and we climbed up on a log. It was just a lot of fun. I feel like I also grew a lot closer to my friends this year as a group. I feel like my friends, like, you know, the longer we've known each other, the closer we've become. As an individual with my individual friends, I feel like we've become tighter. I feel like I have a better understanding of a lot of my friends. I feel like we've connected even more. We've gone through more things together, and it's just been amazing. I don't think I've ever been so happy with where I'm at with all of my friendships. Like, even classmates I feel a lot closer to, and friends who I might not get to see that often, I still know that we are tight. It's just this feeling that's indescribable. Like, it just makes my heart feel so warm and fuzzy and big and happy, just knowing that I have so many incredible friends who are there for me and who I can be there for in return. This year I feel like really strengthened all of my friendships. And speaking of friends, my friend Katie and I donated our hair this year. We had like a hair cutting party where we had a bunch of our family and friends over, and we chopped off our hair. Katie went like super short. Oh my gosh, she looked so good. That girl can pull off any hair, let's be honest. I took a chance and got bangs, which was crazy. I'm kind of actually missing them right now, except the thing that's keeping me from getting them again is remembering how much work it takes. Maybe at the end of grade 12 I might go for like super short and bangs. Who knows? We'll see. I went on a road trip to Seattle with my family, which was so much fun, and I actually did vlog it, but I never made it public. It is on unlisted, so you can click here. You can go ahead and watch it if you want to. In May, my school put on the musical Shrek, and I was the Fiona understudy. Even though I know it was just the understudy, that was still a pretty huge deal for me because I was only in grade 10 and I was understudying the female lead, which was huge for me. And I also had a really great supporting role. I was playing Mama Bear, and I was one of the 3 blind mice, and I was like also an ensemble, and it was just really amazing. It was a great experience. The show was phenomenal, and I learned how to belt this year, which was a big thing for me because I've always been working with my voice and trying to find my voice. When it comes to singing, I have like my Broadway style theater voice. I have my I'm playing guitar and going for an indie sound, or going for a pop sound. You know, I feel like I have a bunch of different voices, and I'm trying to find one that is me. And so when I learned to belt this year, that was a huge deal because I was given this role, Mama Bear, and she has this whole like belting section in one of the songs, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't belt, I can't do this is going to be terrible. And I worked on it like crazy, and eventually I kind of got it. Topic of theater and school. This year my school is putting on the production Beauty and the Beast, which is one of my all-time favorite musicals, one of my all-time favorite Disney movies, and Belle is like my favorite female character. Like, it's just a bunch of favorites in one. So the fact that we are doing this musical has just been so exciting for me, and I'm playing Mrs. Potts, which is like the second female lead. It's so cool that I have this role. I don't think I've ever had a role really this big. It's really cool. And once again, on the whole performance front, I've been doing a lot more performing this year. I was taking more chances, going for more auditions. I started the year off singing in my school's talent show with my friend Hans. We sang A Whole New World. I did a dance competition with my school. We had a dance team, and we had like a month to get together, and we have an amazing choreographer who choreographs all of our theater productions, and she choreographed it with us, and it was just a small group of us, and we did this big dance number, and we ended up winning gold at the competition, which was just insane. I hadn't realized how much I'd missed dancing. I danced all from the age of 6 to 13. I had to stop when I entered high school because things were just too crazy and my schedule was so busy with theater and everything, and getting to dance again was really amazing. I also sang Home from Beauty and the Beast at my school's murder mystery fundraiser, which was amazing because once again through that song I was able to work on my belt and find more of my voice. And I recently performed at my school's coffee house. I actually have a video of one of the songs I did up on my channel, so you can go check that out if you're interested in it. It was actually a theater song. I found more and more when I get the opportunity to perform solo on stage, I usually bring my guitar with me. It's become kind of like my comfort thing, my comforting like shield. It protects me. I play my guitar, I feel safe. So I wanted to go back to my roots and put my guitar down and just hold a mic and sing. And it was very uncomfortable for me and terrifying, but I did it. Star Wars came out and I saw that about a week ago with my family, and it was just phenomenal, and I feel like I have to mention this because it's such a big deal. This is Star Wars. I got to go see one in the theater. I feel like this is something when I have kids, I'll be showing them all of the Star Wars the way my parents did with me and Michael. So I feel like I had to mention that, and I also feel like I have to mention Mockingjay because the final Mockingjay movie came out, the final installment in the Hunger Games. That was very emotional for me. These books really changed my life as a reader when I read them when I was 11. The movies have just kind of kept me going, and now the movies are over. I feel like, you know, the Hunger Games legacy will live on, and I'm just so happy that I have been alive for all of this. For the first time ever, I posted an original song on YouTube, and it wasn't that scary because it was just a song I quickly wrote for Christmas for my parents, and then they encouraged me to put it up on YouTube for family and friends to see, so that's what I did. You can click here if you'd like to see the song. It's called That's What Christmas Means. It was just like a one-take quick film before going to my aunt's house for Christmas dinner. I got to go to grad prom, for those of you in the States, with my friend Hans, which was so much fun because I was only in grade 10, but it was such an amazing night. It was so much fun. I got to get all dressed up, and that was just a blast. I got my first big job. I still have that job as Elsa, and that's also like the best job in the world, where I dress up and go to kids parties, but this was my first real job, I guess. I don't know, I mean Elsa is definitely a real job, but this is like the first job where I would get a schedule and I had to get a bank account, and now I have a debit card, and like I'm just feeling like such a mature adult. I also have my own mini recording studio type thing in my basement now, which is a big deal. Our family friends actually had this recording studio in their basement, and they weren't really using it, so they invited me to come over and test it out, and that was so amazing. How like these recording sessions in their basement, which was so cool. Then they realized that they needed to store things in the basement, basically. Basically, that wasn't funny. That didn't even work. They realized they had to store things in that basement and they were just going to get rid of the recording studio altogether. No one was using it. It was just taking up room. And so they said, we're either getting rid of it or you can take it. So what's happening is we have this recording studio for like the next 3 years or so, and then once they clear up all the stuff, they're going to take it back. So it works out perfectly. They're basically just lending it to us. And I have a recording studio that I can use whenever I want downstairs. That's just, it's so amazing and so exciting. And 2016, I am going to take advantage of it and really try to do a lot of music stuff with that. So yeah, this year has just been weird. I feel like the reason it didn't seem like a good year is because there were a lot of bad things that happened to like friends and family, but doing this reflection has really helped because a lot of amazing, wonderful things happened this year that I hadn't really thought of. So like I said, it wasn't the best year, it wasn't the worst year. It was a year, and sometimes that is all you can ask for. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in 2016. I hope you all have a happy new year. Bye!